Dave Bassett's early season spending is reflected in this lineup, with Brian Marwood, once of Sheffield Wednesday, returning to the city in United colours after his £350,000 move from Arsenal. And there's a surprise recall at number 7 for Carl Bradshaw, with Wilf Roston replacing David Barnes at left back. Marwood is delighted to be back in Yorkshire, and United will be looking for him to recapture the form that won him an England cap 3 years ago. Marwood is one of the best crossers of a ball in the English game, as he showed so often in his Sheffield Wednesday days. Lee Chapman, who benefited so regularly from Marwood's service, is in the opposition lineup today. Amazingly, for someone who's been in the game so many years, this is his first ever competitive game at Bramall Lane. Leeds make one change to the side beaten by Spurs 8 days ago. Peter Haddock returns in the number 3 shirt, with Mike Whitlow relegated to the substitutes bench. A derby match of this proportion needs a strong, experienced official. None qualifies better than George Courtney, England's only referee at the World Cup finals this summer. He might well have refereed the final indeed, had England not reached the semi-finals. With Leeds in all white, Sheffield United in their home strip, red and white stripes. And interesting in the formations of the two sides, it appears that Sheffield United are going to play Colin Hill in midfield. Hill, who has operated as a centre-back this season and was a right-back last season, and the first foray is led by Billy Whitehurst. Another interesting choice, and the ball coming across here, the chance for Dean in the first minute, and what a save by Lukic. Leeds was split asunder, and they have conceded some early goals, and Lukic kept them from going behind in the first 60 seconds. What a start this would have been for Sheffield United. The ball played in from the right touchline, and it bisects everybody and comes to Dean in a perfect position. Now he's 6'3" and he stretches that great long left leg. Marvellous save from Lukic. Well, I think we're going to see plenty of the ball in the air today, as it was nodded on there by Dean. It's pretty obvious to read the tactics, with Dean and Whitehurst in the middle for Sheffield United, two big men, and Chapman up front for Leeds United. Again Jones with a throw from the opposite side now. Chapman have got back to get that one out, but nobody to give it to, so Marwood tries his luck. Both goalkeepers seen plenty of the ball, generally from back passes. And last year, if you remember, when Leeds beat Sheffield United 4-0, they put a tremendous amount of pressure on the Sheffield United goalkeeper Simon Tracy. Controversially, Bobby Davison won a penalty. He's really standing on the goalkeeper's toes. But Phil Kite playing instead of Simon Tracy has impressed everybody here. News on Tracy, by the way, is that another week and he should probably be fit again. But inside the area it goes. Marwood, looking to beat his old Arsenal colleague John Lukic. They were together, of course, in the championship winning side at Highbury. Good to see Brian Marwood back in Yorkshire. He had successful spells at Hull and Sheffield Wednesday. Leeds have rarely been seen as an attacking force, but Varadi's trying to get in here behind Beasley. And the ball goes out for a corner. Phil Kite actually did well, because he had to shadow Varadi, who has already taken the corner. So Leeds reacting quickly here. Strachan. There are a lot of people inside the penalty area, but they needed to be just that touch more incisive. It's knocked on by Bradshaw, and it'll be taken back by Batty. He turns around Hill. A very composed play from Batty, and he sets Chapman going in the opposite direction. He really has become a very composed player, David Batty, much more so than he was even 12 months ago. Good back header here for Dean. Haddock's pace paying off for Leeds. for handball against Batter, but the referee was pretty close to him. Speed has gone down the left, Chapman down the middle, a good backheader to McAllister inside the area. Gary McAllister trying to notch his first goal still in Leeds colours. It was a good run by him to get into that position after Chapman's backheader had opened the way for the Scot, but he just couldn't round it off, and will be disappointed not to have done so. Watch him now, number 10, running here. Well, he ran 20 yards to get there, and it was almost a toe poke in the end over the top. Both sides claimed it. The linesman favoured Leeds. And he's enjoying Sunday at Bramall Lane too. Marwood did really well to find Dean there, and he scurries on and plays his cross in. The first time we've seen the crossing ability of Brian Marwood. We might have another chance here. He's on a throw. And for the third time in this half, Vinnie Jones steps forward to deliver one of his special bombs. And again it's Chapman who has it out of the area to Strachan. Holds things up. Goes the other way, lovely ball to McAllister. Leeds have a lot of options here. Varane, Speed's coming up on his outside. Now he plays him in, Speed, and it came away from the defender. It just took too long then, Leeds, because there were a lot of men up. Sterland. Strachan created the last space, and now he goes himself. Plays it against the defender. There we saw the influence and creativity of Gordon Strachan. Free kick for Sheffield. At the moment, it's 6 free kicks to either side. Gordon Strachan there, who well remembers, of course, that goal in the World Cup finals against the West Germans. But hasn't got one this season yet. I wonder how it's affected his weekly training session. He has a personal guru who organises all his daily schedules. Well, Sunday at 12 o'clock, it's not normally football. And Chris White will be spoken to and admonished. Sheffield United having a committee meeting about this free kick. Hill and Rostron and Marwood and Bradshaw are all involved. I guess it could be somebody else who hits it. Well, they've been working on this one, I've no doubt, but well, it warmed Lukic's palms. Bradshaw's shot. Excellent positional play once more by Lukic. Another chase on here, and John Lukic decides to trot back gently and then take Haddock's back pass. Up and under from Rostron. A bit of an up and under between Fairclough and Whitehurst, and again Chris Fairclough is unhappy with referee Courtney, and Chris Fairclough, continuing his argument with the official from Spennymoor, will find that you can't do that. Billy Whitehurst is always involved in battles, and now Gordon Strachan goes to referee Courtney, as Chris Fairclough must have said something as he turned away, and he's saying you're going to have to regain your composure, put everything that's happened out of your mind. And it's a yellow card for Chris Fairclough, which is a rare event really for a central defender. And that's what you get for arguing with the referee. Howard Wilkinson will not be happy about that. He fines his players heavily for showing dissension. First booking of the game. Free kick find in the direction of Pemberton. Sterland with a very confident back header. Second half. They've had to concentrate basically on defending up till now. Can they take the opportunity when it arises? They might find out. Here's Jones's header! And stayed out with a crucial fingertip stop from John Lukic. Well, that was to be Vinnie Jones's moment, and he can't believe that it hasn't gone into the net. It's a thunderous header and a fingertip from Lukic, and then it came off his back and rolled the right side of the upright for Leeds, the wrong side for Sheffield. So unlucky, Vinnie Jones. It's coming down to Colin Hill now. I don't think Lukic will have trouble with that one. Heart is still beating. And Dave Bassett has been rather agitated in this second half, and he left his seat up in the stand to come down onto the bench to bark out some instructions to his players, and now he shows his own fitness by scurrying back into the stand. Whoops, he is a fit fella. But he hopes he doesn't have to do that too many times during the game. Onside Whitehurst. Sheffield stretching Leeds just for the moment, and here's a chance for Dean. He spurns it. Great opportunity for the man who normally puts away headers like that in his sleep. He's still the only man to have scored for Sheffield United this season. It's a beautiful lob ball from Vinnie Jones, and Dean really knows he should have done better. Whitehurst first, Dean coming on the end of Jones's first time cross, and he was well off. Bradshaw with a quick throw to Dean, and it rebounds towards Whitehurst, who's turned his man. Here's Dean again, and a great chance once more, but it's McAllister knocking the ball out. Pemberton now. Oh, good ball as well. This one is put into the crowd by Marwood. His first chance to open his goal-scoring account at Bramall Lane, he couldn't take it. But all of a sudden Sheffield are prizing Leeds open, and that one there from Pemberton was in the perfect spot for Marwood. I think it won't be long before somebody makes a substitution. Somebody has got to introduce and inject a little bit of something different to their play. Well, talk of the devil, John Pearson for Leeds United is about to come on for his first time this season, and Howard Wilkinson has gone down to the touchline too, and he will bring off Imre Varadi, who's not had a very productive afternoon against Sheffield's tall central defenders Morris and Beasley. So the first substitution, Pearson for Varadi, and Imre Varadi takes his place alongside Mick Hennigan on the bench. Strachan, that low centre of gravity Strachan, which enables him to shimmy his way around defenders. Just when it seems though he might lose the ball, he manages to regain it, get around the opposition. Here he is again, a lovely flick to set up David Batty, and the shot flicked over the top by Kite. The best action of the second half. Delightful setup from Strachan. Batty seems to be gaining confidence in having a go for goals. His manager has told him he's got to score a few more. He enjoyed that moment. He'd have enjoyed it even more if he'd have found the net. Kite denied him. Strachan a corner for Leeds. Long again, too long maybe. Sterling will pick it up. Has the chance to play it back in. Sterland. Good long throw towards Pearson. Sheffield always seem to manage to get it out though. Nobody really to take it on for them. Only Marwood had been left up there. Fairly won back though, and there's danger here with Dean going down the middle. Oh, he just couldn't control it. And another opportunity goes begging. Brian Dean had got into a terrific position then. Well, Chapman did the job there by making Beasley put the ball out. So the initiative stays with Leeds. And a touch of deja vu here. Sterland has to get it over the top of Dean for a start, and he did so by raising his heel. And he's rather angry with the linesman for that. Largely frustrating Sunday lunchtime. In fact, Leeds generally find playing league football on a Sunday frustrating. They've never won a league game on a Sunday, despite the fact they've been playing them since 1982. 10 times Leeds have played in Sunday league games without winning, and David Batty tried to get them a victory here with a lovely piece of play between he and Strachan. What a delightful back heel that was, and the shot didn't lack any power. Kite with the fingertip over. Play on, says referee Courtney, and that's what Bradshaw does. Finding Dean, here's danger, put out only as far as White, and he didn't take it out of play completely, so Dean continues to tussle with speed, and he has found Chapman. Leeds looking to hit on the break. Haddock's ball forward, Ricochet falls happily for speed. Now on, Bradshaw's been left clutching himself on the ground. Leeds won't worry about that. They've got the momentum going here. Sterling, he's got McAllister outside him. Here's McAllister, there's the cross. Pearson going in for it and scores. John Pearson for Leeds, the substitute, celebrates. Brought in specifically to do a job, and he's done just that in the 73rd minute. He got a hat-trick against Sheffield United 2 years ago. Pearson's first of the season, and never better time. Sheffield had a man down out of the game. Sterling and McAllister combined. Pearson's height was too hot to handle for Sheffield. It's a great time for Leeds to score with 17 minutes left. Born in Sheffield, a Sheffield Wednesday man, and he scored here against the team he likes to score against more than any other. United's throw, Sheffield United that is, and it'll be Vinny. Free kick against Sheffield. It's such a special day for him, and nobody wants to win more. That's why he came here. He wasn't content to play reserve team football at Leeds, but he knows he's got a battle on his hands with Sheffield United, still searching their first win in the First Division. But it might well be that Dave Bassett will put somebody like Bob Booker on now to use his height and put on an extra attacker. Lee Chapman's onside, but Beasley behind him, and Rostron tidying up. Bob Booker started his career as an out-and-out frontman with Brentford, and I think we can expect to see him before the final whistle. Pemberton making great strides down the right. Oh, and it's one up him by speed. He tackled back well, and he finds Strachan, who'll jink his way past the defender Beasley, and Strachan goes on. He should get in the penalty area. Can Strachan crown it? Chapman surely will. Goodness gracious me. 5 yards out, that would have finished it. Terrific play again from Gordon Strachan, and Lee Chapman there is applauding Phil Kite, the goalkeeper, for the way he saved Sheffield United's cause. Marvellous run from Strachan, and he had the composure to tee up Chapman as well. He'll be disappointed it wasn't rounded off. Strachan's corner, still there coming and looking for a second. Well, that great chance was set up by the fact that Speed had won the ball there, and Strachan, from the moment he set off and eluded Beasley, headed towards the Sheffield United goal. He could have been brought down, of course. He had the composure, he could have tried himself, but he really set up Chapman superbly. It seemed for all the world he had to score. Great stop by Kite. Much food for thought down there for Dave Bassett. 5 matches played without a win, and it's looking as though it could be 6, and now Bob Booker is to come onto the field to replace Colin Hill. Chris White heading it out as he's done on so many occasions, and they might just open them up again here. Strachan goes on, he's got Batty on his outside. Is he going to tee up David Batty? He is, yes, and Chapman! Can't get it on the end of that one either, although the flag had been raised in any event. But Leeds have had the opportunities to have really polished off Sheffield United in the last few minutes. Strachan at the hub of things again, Batty slashing it across the face of goal, but had Chapman connected it wouldn't have been a goal. The game really could have been over as a contest if Chapman had taken that previous opportunity. Marwood to Pemberton. Good run by Booker. McAllister's gone with him and handles it very well. Again, Pearson's header falling towards the foot of Strachan. He can't pass back. He can pass square. Passing was good, but here's Bradshaw. He's got a bit of space now to work with. Plays it in, and no foul tackle. Not even Sheffield United's fans claimed a penalty there as Marwood went down. Solid defending. Bradshaw's first time ball in though. There's an inviting one for Marwood to chase. The tackle good. Three minutes to go as the referee says play on, and they do exactly that. And he's done well to find Batty in there. Speed had stopped running. The flag was up in any event. It's been a game of almost 50 free kicks awarded by referee Courtney. With the corner, couple of minutes to go. Considerable danger there to the Leeds goal post by Sheffield. Bradshaw hits in the shot, pouched by Lukic. Still they can't find a way past him. Oh, and given away to Pearson, who couldn't find Chapman either the first time or the second. Rostron looks for somebody to give it to. Bradshaw had stayed out wide. White stumble, then leads to him conceding another free kick on Dean. And referee Courtney this time will have words with the big defender. Chris White has had the most unnerving last 3 or 4 minutes. He's not going to be booked. Sheffield United's fans think he should have been. Well, the perfect punishment would be a goal for Sheffield. Gannon has the opportunity to flight in the free kick. And it stayed out of the underneath of the crossbar for the second time here this afternoon. And fortune is favouring John Lukic at that end. There's the ball in, there was the header, and off the underside of the bar, Sheffield are denied for the second time, so they can point to some ill fortune. At the other end, Sterland puts it angled over the far side. It's just about full time here at Bramall Lane, but Sheffield continue to apply the pressure. They're trying to salvage something from the game. And they look to their new captain, who dearly wants to get something from the game. They've got a corner. And everybody's up for it. They just leave Rostron back, apart from the goalkeeper. Gannon takes it. And the big men are all up there. It's come down to Bradshaw once again. 0-1 for Leeds. McAllister, he's got Strachan on his left. He gets him away. Strachan, there's Chapman over on the right as well. Can Strachan finish it off? Is he going to try and tee up Chapman again? Well, he's taken so long. Strachan, he's made it. It took an eternity to get there. It doesn't matter. I can do it sitting down, he says. There was always the danger that Sheffield, in their search for an equaliser, would lose a second goal, and the little Scot, with his first of the season, rounds off a Leeds United victory at Bramall Lane. Their first ever in a league game on a Sunday. They were torn asunder, Sheffield United. McAllister just toe-poked the ball forward. Strachan, eating up the yards, took an awful lot of strides. He took an awful lot of time as well, before he finally jinked his way around the one defender. Well, it wasn't the best finish I've ever seen. It didn't really matter to this little chap, though. He's got his name on the score sheet. He scurries away. Round he goes, round Pemberton, and a little flick with the instep sufficient to make it 2-0 to Leeds. And the Leeds captain is going to be a happy man as he spends his Sunday afternoon. 3 points are in the bag. And yet Sheffield will point to the fact that twice they've hit the underside of the Leeds crossbar. Jones and then late on Beasley, but it didn't matter because Leeds have taken the points, and they say well played to Vinny, the new captain of Sheffield United. He dearly wanted to win this one, but it's this man Strachan who has put the seal on a Leeds United victory. It all started to come right for Leeds, and the 73rd minute, when their substitute John Pearson headed them in front from a Sterland cross, and then in the very dying seconds, Strachan made sure the points were going back up the M1 to Ellen Road.